Hi, and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Today we're coming to you from the Rhinestone Cowgirl in Stillwater.
This is an OSU fan's paradise, but don't worry if you're a Sooner fan, there's plenty for you to see here too. In addition to all the great orange and black items are all sorts of cute gift items. You can even shop online. We'll show you around throughout the show.
But first, let's talk about a place where you can have some peace and quiet.
Let's head to Pine Street and get away from it all. In the heart of Enid, amongst busy streets and bustling businesses, you'll find a relaxing retreat at the historic Southard House Bed and Breakfast Inn.
The house was built by Frank and Lilla Southard. Frank was an overseas oil agent for the Standard Oil Company, and they lived all over the world. They settled in Blaine County when they came to Oklahoma in about 1906 and opened the U.S. gypsum mine there. They later sold it to U.S. Gypsum and moved here to Enid after statehood and started work on this house in 1910 and finished it in 1912 for the Southards and their two sons.
The Southards lived in the home until they died in the 1940s, and 4 owners lived in the home after that until James and Tammy Neal bought it and opened up the bed and breakfast in May of 2013.
I think our mission, our goals are the 3 R's: relaxation, reconnection, and relationship. We want them to be able to relax and de-stress. Life is so busy and crazy and hectic. And when they walk through the doors, we want them to find a sense of peace and calmness and relaxation here.
There are 4 suites for guests to choose from, all with private bathrooms.
Sweet Blessings was named Sweet Blessings because we wanted this inn to be a blessing to our community and to the guests that come here.
This suite is decorated with angels and crosses, and the Neals hope it is a place of rest and healing for guests who visit.
And then there's Sweet Hope. We had a lot of hope that we would be able to do this.
Up next is Sweet Dreams, decorated like a country cottage.
And then there's Sweet Dreams. And obviously everyone is probably going to sleep when they come here, and we want all of our guests to have sweet dreams. And then our final suite, our big suite up on the 3rd floor, is Sweet Beginnings. And Sweet Beginnings, there have been a lot of new beginnings. Honeymoons have taken place, you know, the beginning of a new relationship, maybe a new baby coming into the world.
Guests can enjoy breakfast in their suite or can join everyone in the dining room.
I love to make delicious things that are going to give our guests nurturing and nutrition. It's just really a wonderful way to nourish and nurture our guests, like I said before, but also to get to know them, because that's the time when we get to build a relationship with them.
Guests can also relax in the parlor with a good book and a cup of coffee. Before you leave, stop by the gift boutique to take home a piece of Southard House, including the bath salts guests enjoy in their suites.
I try to create lots of different home decor and gift items for each holiday and season. If they want to, they can take home some really beautiful, unique gift items for friends and family.
Relaxation, reconnection, and relationship is what the Southard House Bed and Breakfast Inn is all about.
A place for them to come and reconnect with each other, to reconnect with God if that's needed in their lives, to find some peace and time away from the cares and the stress and just the hectic nature of life on a daily basis. And just have some peace and quiet away without having to go too far away.
The Southard House Bed and Breakfast Inn is at 518 West Pine in Enid. You can see more of their rooms and book online at southardhouse.com.
And once you've rested up, it's time to hit the river.
And this is a relaxing trip too. Photojournalist Casey Kennedy takes us on a trip down the Oklahoma River.
Oh, it's beautiful. Exploring the sights of Oklahoma City on our day off from a horse show. It's a great day to be on the water. We've had wonderful weather since we got here.
This is History Comes Alive. It's part of our Saturday ferry service. Our ferry service runs from 11:40 in the morning until about 6 o'clock in the evening, but that first trip on Saturdays between May and August is History Comes Alive, where we have historical reenactors from the Oklahoma History Center. The interesting thing, and the thing that really brings people out here, are the locks. The difference in elevation just from Meridian all the way down to Lincoln, where we travel the 7 miles, is 18 feet. So we have 2 locks that'll raise and lower the boat 9 feet. They're the only lock and dam system that are not operated by the Army Corps of Engineers. There is no lockmaster. It's all automatic. It's all gravity-based with hydraulic gates. The captain has like a little remote control that he controls the whole thing with.
Love it. We come down here is our 4th year down here. We've been having a good time since we've been here. We got here last Tuesday. Went through a lock, so this is exciting.
It was incredible. I've never been in a lock before. To have the boat go in and all the water rushing in and rising, really awesome.
The captain also talks about some of the development on the river and some of the historic places along the river. Talks about cowboys and drovers, cattle drives. We have a lady that talks about some of the historic women from the Oklahoma area. We have a Civil War reenactors. There's just a wide variety.
So you're learning history from people that in period clothing. Everything you see on me today is what the closest you could get to what a drover would have actually worn on the trail. I've been talking about cattle drives, and I'm a drover, because cowboy was actually a derogatory term when the cattle drives are going on. And so I've talked about the life they have, driving the cattle, positions they operated, the food they'd eat. Other trips I'll be a Revolutionary War soldier, Deputy U.S. Marshal, Civil War soldier. So you can get all kinds of variety of history on these, and the history is not just some myths like you hear. I'm actually an electrical engineer and just love the history and be able to share the actual history of Oklahoma. People talk about Chisholm Trail and they think about it being just like a little narrow trail. They don't realize it's 30 and 40 miles wide. And so it's just the passion.
Friday and Saturday evenings, we have a river tour at 6 p.m. where the captain really unloads about all the history and the wildlife along the river. And then at 8 p.m. on Friday and Saturday evenings, we have a cocktail cruise, which is just a lot of fun, a lot of good music and a lot of entertainment. We have a full bar on the aft deck. We also have snacks, chips, cookies, sodas, that sort of thing, beer and wine. We have a full boat, and this is people talking to other people about what a great experience this is and how much fun it is, and especially a lot of the seniors enjoy it, and they'll bring grandkids on, or parents will bring children on to learn something about Oklahoma history. So it's been very successful, and we've been doing it since 2008 when we first started ferry service.
River cruises are available throughout the fall with the Haunt the River cruise for adults through October. They're closed during the winter but back open in the spring. Find out more at okrivercruises.com.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
We're just the small hometown, laid back, everybody meets here.
And wait until you hear what they're serving up.
I love this store. The fashion, the variety, everything.
Plus a peek at the must-stop shop along Route 66 in Oklahoma City.
It feels like a community the minute you get here. They're very welcoming.
Plus, wait until you hear what they're playing in this little coffee shop in Bethany. It's all coming up when Discover Oklahoma continues. The Oklahoma Department of Agritourism salutes Faithful Family Farms in Adair. Visit them this pumpkin season.
Want to discover even more about the show? Go online and watch Discover Oklahoma anywhere, anytime. Catch up on missed episodes, track down interesting locations, and submit your own story ideas. Start exploring today at discoveroklahomatv.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the heart of cowboy country, the Rhinestone Cowgirl, that is in Stillwater. This spot is a shopper's paradise. There are literally so many cute items.
Absolutely. Now, there's another place, though, that any shopper would love to go, and it's in the heart of Oklahoma City. Come along with me now to the Route 66 Boutique in Oklahoma City. There's a very strong dual allure to the Route 66 Boutique in 50 Penn Place. The first is the owner herself, Jeanette Koenig, and the second is the relaxed, fun, eclectic nature of her store. So with that, I asked Jeanette, what is her top-selling item?
For the last 23 years, our consistent seller is our handmade soaps. So everybody knows us for our handmade soaps. We started with 6 fragrances and now we have over 150. And we have people who have been using our soaps for all those years. We have one retired Vietnam vet who comes into our store and he buys a 5-pound bar 4 times a year. It's lemongrass. He says that when he goes hunting, fishing, golfing, hiking, the mosquitoes ignore him.
And I always come back and get the variety of soap. I love the soaps. That's what I come back for.
Each bar is hand-sliced and weighs 8 ounces, so it lasts for quite a while. Then from soap, we go to chocolate.
The other consistent seller is our bed-ray chocolate, and we've been selling that for about 15 years.
Of course, tea towels and glasses with Oklahoma on them are also very popular. And then there are the clothes, which Jeanette says are so much fun.
Our clothes are timeless, and many of them will stay in style for 2 or even 25 years, 2 decades or more. We have customers who they say they donate a lot of the other clothes, but they never donate ours. So it's really fun.
I love this store. The fashion, the variety, everything, the climate, how long she's been here. It's my staple, it's my go-to store.
And the cards are also a top seller. Now, Jeanette majored in English, so she loves the written word. She says the cards she selects combine passion, the written word, and design.
Whatever is good, that is my measuring stick. If I get an emotional response to a card, that card will make the cut and be in our store.
I think they have a great selection of cards, and I think they're one of the most underrated stores. Her store is one of the most underrated gift stores in the city. I think it's a lovely place. So.
And as I mentioned, Jeanette herself is a big reason her customers return.
She's so super friendly. She will make you feel so welcome when you come into the store, and it's always a pleasure to come in and visit with her.
I mean, I've been coming here 15, 16, 17 years. She's just lovely, knowledgeable. She's like her store, she's unique.
Jeanette is excellent at assessing the needs of her customers. It's something she takes quite seriously. You will find all kinds of components in what Jeanette calls her happy store. Some are funny, like the coasters, but all reflect an array of creativity and are a fun experience for all the senses.
Keep an open mind and enjoy the experience, because it is an experience. It's visual, there's fragrance, there's taste, there's smell, and there's everything else. So touch. People could go through our store and blindfolded and just do nothing but feel our clothes, and they would enjoy it. They don't even have to see it because everything feels good.
The Route 66 Boutique is inside 50 Penn Place on Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City. They're open Monday through Friday, 10 to 7 p.m., Saturdays 10 to 6, but they're closed on Sundays.
And just up the road from there is a great place to grab a great cup of coffee.
And listen to some music as well. Darren Brown is going to take us to Java 39.
This old world, after all, is not unkind.
When searching for a great hangout spot, there's a list you have to fill. There needs to be good food.
But it is true made from scratch gumbo with a roux, and it's chicken and andouille sausage, and so far it's met the approval of everyone that's come in.
You also have to have good people.
And camaraderie, people new friends that you meet.
Oh man, this is the coolest place in Bethany.
And there's another one, oh yeah, good music.
I go to some hollow
Coffee houses seem to come and go. So when owners Andrew Macias and Patricia Andrews opened Java 39, they worked hard to fulfill one of Bethany's needs.
You know, Andrew said, I know a lot of musicians, and when we found them and brought them here, they've all become family, and it's become great music nights.
There's some local bands around that we know some of the folks that play in the bands, but this is so intimate. You are right there with the musicians. It's just a different feel.
It feels like a community. The minute you get here, they're very welcoming. And I just love what they've done for the arts. Ukulele. People don't pay attention to ukuleles on purpose. But it's a really fun instrument. It's easy to get started in.
I am 12 years old. And today I was playing for you When I'm Gone by Anna Kendrick. I got my ticket for the long way round. 2,000 miles.
Java 39's music is varied, eclectic even, sort of like their menu. Speaking of the menu, everyone has their favorites.
Red velvet, pina colada,
Buttered pecan is my absolute favorite.
blueberry, vanilla, lemon.
Cupcakes up! Cupcakes up! And while he does get excited about cupcakes, Andrew is content to work behind the scenes and let the music and the musicians do the talking.
We have all kinds of music here in Oklahoma. We have R&B, we have a great jazz scene, we have a great jazz history that doesn't always get highlighted, but that's all part of it, and everyone has a voice here. Everyone gets to play their own thing and be themselves.
Everybody get together, you clap your hands and sing this song.
In Bethany, discovering Oklahoma, I'm Darren Brown.
Java 39 is in the heart of Bethany on historic Route 66. The exact address is 6704 Northwest Expressway. They're closed on Sundays but open 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday and Tuesday and until 8:30 p.m. Wednesday through Saturday.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
Most people start out with the nachos because our nachos are made on pizza pans.
Dinner worth the drive. Find out what they're cooking in Altus that has folks coming from miles around.
Our goal is to educate kids about geoscience, about earth science.
And take a tour of one of the most interesting museums in the state. It's all coming up when Discover Oklahoma continues. Great travel tips anytime, like Discover Oklahoma on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. This portion of Discover Oklahoma is brought to you by the inaugural Oklahoma Book Festival. Take part on October the 20th in the Oklahoma City Boathouse District.
Create your ultimate Oklahoma bucket list with this year's free Oklahoma travel guide. Discover captivating culture, heart-pounding adventure, ultimate relaxation. This bucket list can't be missed. Order yours free today at travelok.com.
Welcome back to the Rhinestone Cowgirl in Stillwater, home to all sorts of OSU gear and some great gifts to pick up no matter what team you cheer for. Definitely a lot of really cute things to explore here.
Absolutely, and explorers of all ages will find something new to explore at a museum in Tulsa.
Julie Chen takes us to the Tulsa Geoscience Center.
The Tulsa Geoscience Center is a place kids really dig.
Our goal is to educate kids about geoscience, about earth science.
Inside this hidden gem in the heart of downtown Tulsa, you'll unearth hundreds of crystals, rocks, fossils, and more. It's a small nonprofit making a big impact.
Our pitch is like, hey, if you study the rocks and minerals and fossils, then come here and you can get hands-on, because everything here is hands-on.
That's right, kids can basically touch everything.
Other field trips, we can't get hands-on. This place, you can dig through stuff, you get to pick up stuff, and you get to make stuff.
It's really fun. They let us keep a lot of stuff, which is cool.
The tour covers rocks, minerals, fossils, and energy in a high-energy couple of hours. There's quite a collection, from a Megalodon tooth to a meteor.
So just a big chunk of iron and nickel, and I'll let the kids hold it, and they're, it's super heavy, but they love that for sure.
There are 9 different activities to explore, including movies, a make-your-own fossil station, an earthquake room, and a place called the Dead Zone.
We have this room that we talk about different types of light, and then how oil will glow under different types of light. And then we turn those lights on, and the kids are glowing because they're wearing materials made from oil we call petrochemicals.
Tours get a one-on-one, interactive, one-of-a-kind experience.
It was pretty fun. I liked learning about more science stuff than we learned in our book and stuff. We did experiments at school, and it's nice to learn more than I knew before.
Digging for fossils that we can keep, that was pretty fun.
What is your favorite part?
Everything.
There's lots of science, lots of fun, and lots of Sooner State facts too.
We have dinosaurs here in Oklahoma. Of course, kids love dinosaurs. We tell them, that we had dinosaurs. We have dinosaur bones of these dinosaurs. We talk about the Oklahoma State dinosaur, the Oklahoma State fossil, and a lot of the geology of Oklahoma.
The center is open to anyone, but you need to book an appointment before you come. The easiest way to do that is to log on to tulsageosciencecenter.org and book your tour.
There's teachers out there that, want a field trip, everything's got to be booked. We're all online, our calendar's online. They can find that for individuals, like we have some individuals today coming in. we just group them with other tours.
The Geoscience Center also hosts birthday parties on the weekends. It hopes to keep growing in the years to come.
We want to bring a museum to Tulsa to tell the story of oil, and we want the industry and the oil industry and natural gas to help us fund that. We're trying to build a base here to just kind of show the educational part of that, bigger plan.
The Tulsa Geoscience Center. This place rocks.
You should try it out. It's really fun, and I think it's educational.
I would want to come back because you learn a lot more stuff than you have known before.
In Tulsa, I'm Julie Chin, Discovering Oklahoma.
The Geoscience Center is located at 610 South Main Street in Tulsa. Tours are available by appointment. They also arrange for large groups like school field trips.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
After we would go cruising on Friday and Saturday nights, you could come here and you could get a pizza and a Coke.
We are headed to a Main Street staple in southwestern Oklahoma. Find out why people make the drive to this diner when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Set a course for excitement with your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. It's your all-in-one handbook for outdoor inspiration. Cabins, campsites, comfy lodges, breathtaking adventures, and so much more. Order yours at travelok.com.
We have really enjoyed doing a little shopping here today at the Rhinestone Cowgirl in Stillwater.
We have, but now we're going to head to southwestern Oklahoma for a fantastic meal. Shelley Mills is going to tell us all about Benny's and Altus.
It's been a Main Street staple here in Altus for decades.
After we would go cruising on Friday and Saturday nights, you could come here and you could get a pizza and a Coke for about $1.15.
That was back in the late 60s and 70s. While prices here at Benny's Mexican Food and Pizza have increased some since those early days, the crowds have remained.
It's great comfort food when you come to Altus. You come in, they know your name, they get to know your drink.
The food here is super fresh, all of it. The pizza crust, the chips, the salsa, made fresh in-house every day.
We're just the small hometown, laid back, everybody meets here.
Benny's, which started under a different name, originally just had pizza. The fresh-made crispy beer crust was a hit then and still is.
They have a really good pizza. It's my favorite thing to get here.
The original owner later decided to add Mexican food to the menu.
It's more of a Tex-Mex. It's not an authentic.
Nonetheless, it's a favorite. Customers drive from all over just to get the special enchiladas with beans and rice. The nachos are another big seller.
Most people, when they first come, most people start out with the nachos because our nachos are made on pizza pans. So like the large is a 15-inch pan.
The chips are fried in the back and the fresh salsa is a big crowd pleaser. Customers also love the old salad bar with house-made ranch.
But it's a good place to come when you get tired of everything else. Just come back to home.
There are customers that are here frequently, members of the Air Force who find this as a great stop while stationed at the nearby base, and others who say they drive in from out of town because they can't resist this unique mix of flavors.
This is like where everybody meets.
In Altus, Shelley Mills, Discover Oklahoma.
And no matter where your next road trip takes you, the new Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
A huge thank you to the great folks here at Rhinestone Cowgirl for hosting us this week. You'll find them at 223 South Knobloch Street in Stillwater. They're open 11 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 12 to 4 on Sundays. They're open late on OSU home game days too.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, a trip to a sacred spot in Ponca City as we explore the story of Ponca Chief Standing Bear.
And a new spot on the Old Mother Road. Wait till you see what they've got inside Bucks in Tulsa. Next week right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.